to it, guys. Brand new one. It is called Darkness Rises. So the reason I'm opting for this game, I'm not actually opting for it, guys. I'm lying. I'm enjoying it. So I was enjoying Blade 2 profusely, but then it turns out that because of the whole geolocation thing, I cannot really update it. You can get the download file of the internet, yes, but then if you're not in certain parts of the world, you cannot update it when an update is due, and an update was due, so I could not continue playing Blade 2, which was kind of upsetting, but my account is still on there. At least I logged in with my Google account, so whenever it does become available in my part of the world, definitely I will be jumping on it. But right now I have a game over here. It is called Darkness Rises, and man, oh man, so it has not been long since it's been launched, and now it's launched with the full English version. So you have a couple of choices. So I have a lot of characters that I have a character that I have chosen already. I have an account that I have registered, but then for the purposes of this post, I would just like to show you guys how amazing this game is. So on my account, I use the mage, the wizard. It is the mage class, guys. Really, it is the mage class. But then for the purpose of this video, just simply for this intro, I just want to show you. So obviously it is gender locked, so the warrior is completely male no matter what uniform or what skin you put on him. Wizard, completely female, same as the other ones, no matter which uniform you put on them. So obviously for the mage, I had chosen this one. It's green, that's my color. She looks amazing on it. And you have the berserker. So the berserker would obviously be like your ex-warrior. Like they have warrior with one sword. I wish they had a warrior with dual swords, but then that will come through when we talk about assassin. So assassin has like two dual swords, knives, call them whatever you want to call them. So yeah, so she has interesting looks as well. The green, obviously that's the one that I would go for, but then this look is bad as plain and simple. But then for the purpose of this intro, guys, I am going to be using berserker, and I love berserker's second outfit, so I am going to go ahead and create character. I cannot use NEODREAD because I think maybe let me check, but you should essentially not be able to use NEODREAD. I hope so, Nixon, because it is my name. Thank you, it's already in use. So just wanted to test that out, guys, that no one is going to use that name ever again. So I'm not going to use Neo Remix again, because what happens is that you get to name one character, and then after you have named that character, you can not use that same name even if it's the same account. So I am going to name it something else, something completely out of left field. I saw someone naming their character Malware, so let me just do this. Name this guy Software over here, and let's see if Software is also taken. Oh wow, someone out there is calling their character Software, guys. So just a quick one, let's just go Welcome, and let's see if Welcome will work. Guys, you cannot use Welcome as the name for your character. No. Okay, let's Neo test it. A prohibited character, okay, which is Neo test. Prohibited character is included. I do not honestly get it, so I'm just going to switch on over to another name. So let's go. Oh man, Zebra. Like I'm just let's go Zebra Godful. I don't think anyone would use the name Godful. Zebra Godful. Okay, let's see. Let's test it out. Oh yes, so it goes through. So the reason I'm starting it from scratch, I just for this intro, simply because with Blade I did episodes because you do not really get what the game was saying or the content in English. So that's why I did it as episodes, so that I just go through the gameplay as a journal. With this one, it is in English, so one can focus on different aspects of the game. I have already gotten a few tips for myself basically. So it is working in my favor that the content is in English. You get to thoroughly enjoy the game. Obviously, with games like this, you have to keep in mind that there will be a lot of repetitiveness. There will be a lot of stages that will be that will be essentially the repeat of the previous one, especially when you enter chapters. Thank you, Marvel Future Fight. But then with this one, the amazing thing is that the story, the tutorial, and everything else. But obviously, for your first round, you will have to go through the full tutorial. It does not take that long. A day is too much. A couple of hours, yes. It does not take that long. So you have to go through the tutorial, and then my thing is I'm focusing on one character, and then after I'm satisfied with that one character, perhaps I will go into other characters, because investing all your time into different characters will take up a lot and you will not really see that kind of progress. So this is the first cutscene. I'm not going to skip any of them. So it kind of takes you back to that whole God of War cinematic trailer kind of cutscenes. They are amazing. They are intuitive. They are relative to the game. So it is not just a cutscene that has nothing to do with anything. After the cutscene, your gameplay resumes immediately from that cutscene. You know what I mean? So that's the amazing thing about it. So yeah, man, even the graphics itself, obviously you can change your settings and adjust them according to the capabilities of your device. But then yeah, man, other than that, flip, it is amazing. So this is the Berserker. I've not used the Berserker yet, but then he looks pretty awesome. And the feel from the community all over is that the Berserker is actually the one with the strongest stats. I love the way they move. Is that when you hold down your forward button, he moves, and then the longer you hold it, that's when he gets into that sprint. So that sprint is your navigational key. It's nothing special that you have to do, which makes logical sense. If you're holding it for too long, obviously you would want to run. I love the fact that this game has all sorts of mounts. You can get all sorts of weapons. Even in your, we'll get to it very soon, your kind of like your quickenings. But then these quickenings are actually menu active and button active quickenings that you get to operate yourself. So yeah, man, this game overall, it gets me to that point where Hit was. It gets me to that point where Blade was, but it's like everything put together. So this is the tutorial. You can't really control the camera. These were the quickenings I was talking about. So you get to have these moments where you are zoomed into the action and you are immersed in the combat itself. So I think that's amazing. Not a lot of games do this. So for me, I think that's amazing. Obviously, you have the option to toggle the camera whether you want it far or you want it near. I want it near. It makes it that much more immersive to play the game, and you just get even more engulfed in the gameplay, the graphics, and everything else. The combat system, man, guys, like I'm happy. I guess I never really have much to complain about, especially with medieval games. If they are done and they are done well enough, some thought is put into it. So this is one of those games. There might be a lot of games around like them, but then this is one of those good ones. It's right up that list. So your evade, with the mage, he just does a little somersault thing there, but then with the mage you actually get to do this whole instant speed teleport thing where you can get out of the way, which does help a lot. It is effective. It is not just a useless evade button. It is effective. So I wish that we could have gone to that point where he actually uses one of the quickenings, and after that, yes, the red skull. So you have the turquoise skull, you have the orange skull, and then you have the red skull. The red skull is like the finisher. That's when you finish them. The turquoise one is where you get to actually press it twice, and then the orange one or the amber one, you actually press it once, and it does a lot more damage than the turquoise one, obviously. So it's turquoise, amber, and red. Amazing combat system. So the progress is easy, like, guys. That's why I don't mind even having to use the guest account just for the purposes of this intro. So I think currently I'm on level 14 with my mage, which is a good thing. And if you do want to spend money on the game, yes, you can spend money on the game, but I'm big on F2P, free to play. So for me, I'm not going to spend any money whatsoever in the game. Imagine if I had spent money on Blade 2 and then I could not update it anymore. You know what I mean? Something happens, then it's your loss. But then I enjoy gaming in its authenticity. Not saying that guys that are paid to win are not authentic. They are authentic. I mean, you're spending money in the game, so it shows the passion that you have and the love that you have for the game. So do not take anything away from the guys that do spend money in the game. They are probably better gamers than we are. It's just that they are competitive, extremely competitive, so they want to give themselves an edge where they can. I don't hate on pay to win players, but then for me it is always going to be free to play. Oh man, okay, I didn't activate that button soon enough. That's why it actually cancelled out that move or that quickening. So yes, I hope I do get one where okay, one, and then you wait for a few seconds. Okay, there was only one enemy left. I don't know why the second round did not activate, but then yes, the turquoise skull, you're supposed to have two of them activating. So you press the first time and then you are queued for a second one. When you get it right, it goes into another special move. Oh man, is this the mount? Okay, so I have a spear. The mage actually has like a fictional spear. He has like a real spear. The mage actually has like a mystical spear that she conjures up with her magic. So he has like a proper physical spear. So that's awesome. I wonder what the warrior is going to have, and I wonder what the assassin would have. The assassin would probably have like her smaller knives, or her actual knives being the ones that are her projectiles. But then yes, this woman here, she also assists the mage. So I guess the wizard, sorry guys, she also is assisting the berserker. So I take it she is the uniform or the generic assist when it comes to the game. So yeah man, but it's more awesome when you're playing with the mage, because she's kind of like a mage herself. So that's one thing that I did love about it. So yeah, there are objects to break all over. So if you are paying attention and you're not autoing the game, then you have many options to play the game. Okay, 1 second, 2, yes, and that's it. That's how you do the turquoise skull. So yeah, that's amazing. As soon as the red skull appears, you know you have finished that stage. It's time to finish off either the boss or whomever you will be fighting up against. So his evade is practical, his evade is realistic. It's kind of like that evade from God of War as well. So it's quite practical for a guy his size. Okay, that was the ember skull, I missed it, but then no problem. Turquoise skull, awesome. Second one. Ah man, I love how you are just immersed in the gameplay itself. Everything goes away in the screen, you know what I mean? So it's just you and the action and the enemy that you are clobbering. So that for me is pretty amazing. Apologies that this video is lasting for too long guys, but this is the intro. So I just thought that you guys should just get the crux of exactly what this game is about. And yes, she does use ice, even your mage uses ice, but it is nowhere near the scale where you can just freeze all of them that way. So one tip I can give to everyone else, so obviously as you progress in the game, that you do get to unlock more skills. That you have 3 sets of skills. So the first set will be the first 3 that you unlock, and then there is a second set of 3 that you do unlock later on. Obviously those 3 will be more powerful, so do not invest your skill points and everything else on the first 3 skills. Rather save them for the last 3 skills, or rather save them, and then when you get to unlock all of those skills, then you can check which 3 you would like to invest in. But then you do not get the skill points back that you had invested in the 3 skills, even though they are not active or you have not equipped them. So that is one thing to keep in mind. But other than that, I do love the game. I have been playing it for, is it a couple of days now, and then the progress is fairly reasonable, even though you are not spending money on the game. The gear that you get also is fairly reasonable. So yeah, I think this is where he does the mount. They get these orbs on their hands. It's kind of like the palms that Kratos gets in God of War 3, when he opens, or after he had opened the Pandora's box thinking it was empty, only to find out that no, he was blessed with the power of hope. Yes, God of War was that cheesy, guys. I will love that game until the end of time. I do not care what anyone says. So yeah man, that's why again I love this game as well, because it is pretty amazing. And with the new God of War, he kind of uses 1x as well, so that's relevant. It's Norse mythology. I have nothing against the new God of War chapter. It's just that the reason I loved God of War in the first place was that it was Greek mythology, so that's why I loved it. So they kind of sucked dry that storyline too early, so they I guess they had no choice but to swap it around, you know what I mean? So yeah, for me, God of War 1, 2, and 3, those will always be my ultimate God of War chapters. But then, yeah, the Ascension, I don't know. 3 was remastered because it was an amazing evolution. Ascension was not remastered for PS4, so that should tell you a lot of things. God of War, the new one, it is okay. I have played it only with my friends because I'm not going to waste my money in buying it. I love when I buy God of War chapters. It should be something that I enjoy, something that I can revisit even years later, you know what I mean? So for me, it is a good game, but then for me, no. But then the reason I'm mentioning God of War, the new one, guys, is because this guy over here wields an axe almost similar to the one that the now revamped Kratos wields. So that's the only reason. So this is an epic Game of Thrones textbook moment. You get to ride the dragon. Yes, you heard it right. So you can mount basically everything. So from Game of Thrones, obviously mounting the dragon, and then you get to mount the Cyclops that has a baton or some kind of stake that he waves around. So that is exactly taken, or that exactly resonates with the moments in God of War itself, where he gets to mount the Cyclops. You are doing the exact same thing with that Cyclops. You can, whilst it's mounted, you can use it to maneuver, you can move around in it, you can attack and so forth. So with this dragon over here, I think the point is to get right to the end. So if you attack them, he slams down, kind of like a body slam or crushing move. That Cyclops over there, that's something you can also mount, believe it or not. So am I going to kill him? I think I'm going to kill him. I think he's dead already. So this dragon, or your mounts rather, are way too powerful. So they do deal a lot of damage. And this is, remember, this is just the beginning of the game, guys. You've already mounted a dragon. Really? It took how many seasons for Khaleesi to mount one of her dragons? Exactly. So yeah, man, this game is really worthwhile. I think I should be able to, should I be able to fly up? Dismount. Yes, I need to dismount. I cannot really move forward with the dragon. So the dragon does not even completely die, but I hacked him with an X. I don't know how that works, but anyway, I'm glad that the dragon didn't die. So even the dialogue itself, it is not entirely boring. Sorry that I skipped it. If you guys do not want me to skip it, but then for the sake of time, I do not like when these videos drag on and on and on. So this is part of the tutorial. So it takes you around to upgrading equipment. It takes you around to finding your way in the menu items, which we do not really need this tutorial because it is quite easy. It is quite straightforward. You do not really need a tutorial because that's the thing with this game. It has so many things encapsulated in it, but then it is so simplistic to unpack everything. It is effortless to unpack everything on your own without the tutorial, you know what I mean? So yeah, obviously the one thing that I'm going to say, adventure mode, pay attention to that because that's how you get to level up a lot quickly, and that's how I'm actually enjoying fighting with Berserker more than I did with Mage, funny enough. Yes, no, yes, I said it. I am enjoying fighting with Berserker more than I did with Mage, but then man, like the Mage will always be my first love. Sorry guys, Mage, Wizard, in this game the class is called Wizard, it's not called Mage, but yes, man, he is so brutal. He is so brutal. Like, he is truly a Berserker. He is true. He lives up to the name. He lives up to the title. So there will be these objects. Break as much of them as you can, especially if you're starting out, because that is how you get to gain a lot of gold. But do not worry also if you do not break all of them, because as you progress you will have more than enough gold anyway. So yeah, do what you can. And obviously the orbs are also taken from that whole God of War systematic gameplay where you get the red orbs, the green orbs for health and mana and so forth. So yeah, man, this game for a mobile platform, it is amazing. The graphics are also flawless. They are smooth, you know what I mean? You do not get a point where you feel like your device is overwhelmed. Obviously also, if the specs on your device, I guess, have to be on par as well. Let me not be biased because I am loving the game. So depending obviously on the kind of device that you have, then yeah, man, that's what you can do. That's what you can see. But so far for me, the graphics have been amazing. I have no complaints whatsoever. I missed the red scar. Did I miss the red scar? I think instead of the red skull was there, but then I jumped into the turquoise skull before I could press the red skull. So when you press the red skull, their finishes are always awesome. They do alternate them, so you do get something different once in a while. I'm not going to claim that you get something different all the time because I haven't played the game in its entirety. So yeah, that's the thing. And then the process through the tutorial is seamless. It is not too boring. They take you through different facets of the game. So yeah, that's one thing that I did enjoy thoroughly. So obviously the essence, that is something that you should really concentrate on this right here. Yes, so on the left you have your basic attack, defense, and HP. On the right you actually have crit activation, so critical damage and critical rate and so forth. So that's one thing that you can do. So yeah, they will take you obviously through the tutorial. You won't have the chance to auto enhance right now, but you can come back and auto enhance, and you should always concentrate on your essence, because unlike the equipment that can be swapped around, your essence is yours and no one else's. So they are starting me out on the second stage of, I think, chapter 1. This is still part of the tutorial, guys. So this is amazing. So this is literally the time that it took, I think, to get to level 14 plus minus, because obviously with my mage I was doing a lot more, or putting in a lot more effort. But then I think I might have made a mistake. I'm enjoying the berserker, guys. Honestly, I'm even enjoying his base uniform. You know what I mean? Because the uniform that I took him in, I think it's when you take this uniform all the way up. But then I'm enjoying even this base uniform. Even if this was the character throughout the entirety of the game, I would still be enjoying it the same way as I am now. So I just want to break these objects for gold, and then we can move along. Okay, get physical, body slam over there. Awesome. So I wish I could have opened at least 3 of his skills by the end of this tutorial, but that will not happen because you only get to open most skills after you are level 10 and so forth. So yeah, man, this enemy is not that hard, is he? I'm not sure. I can't remember. But then again, I'm using berserker now. I'm not using the wizard. So yes, I'm not sure. So one thing that I have taken note of is that when you actually are about to kill the enemy or the character, they get red as opposed to this entire screen flashing red. I think that's what happens. I'm not sure. So obviously you have auto. I don't know what, there's auto and semi-auto, but right now I want to manual this because I'm really enjoying the berserker. I'm thoroughly enjoying the berserker. So yeah, man, that is how it goes. So as you continue, obviously you will also get the combo button. So as with the first skill, you will unlock the first, it is linked to the first combo button. So if you change skills, then you lose that combo, because I now choose the skills that I keep unlocking. I equip them, so I have lost actually the link for the first combo on the first skill. But then as you go along, you will unlock the rest of the links for the rest of the skills. So that's the one disadvantage of using the newer skills or leveling up the newer skills, is that you lose the combo on the earlier skill. And I've unlocked 5 so far, and the combo was only available for the first one. So yes, it does take some time to unlock all the combo skills. But then yeah, guys, so it will take you through this process. That's basically it. She's very interactive, she's very intuitive, and then free to open. Okay, you want to unlock 1 item, and then once you have enough gold, obviously you can come here and unlock about 10 at a time, which obviously will work best in your favor because you get to unlock even more valuable items. But right now it is just the tutorials. It will take you to items, it will take you to gear. Obviously you have to equip that X that you just got. Okay, equip. Man, like I'm thoroughly enjoying the berserker, guys. I don't want to lie. I'm thoroughly enjoying using the berserker. I think for my account I will definitely open. I was thinking of assassin. That was my next go-to character, but we'll see how it goes. I was thinking to make the next character my assassin, so it will definitely be probably the berserker. Then after the berserker, then it will be the assassin. So yeah, so essence, keep jamming the essence to make sure that you unlock as much of your potential as possible from earlier on in the game. I think it goes up to level 145. I've seen people on 145, so that's how big it goes. And then everything else is seamless, everything else is effortless. The cinematic trailers, or the cinematic so this will be the last one, obviously, guys. So the cinematic trailers and kind of like the cinematic cutscenes are amazing. Every stage, probably, I think, I'm not sure, I stand to be corrected, has one. So that is what makes the game even more exciting. There isn't really a stage where you are completely bored by the game and you can say, no, now I want to give up, but the berserker, even with he's one skill, like I'm enjoying using him, you know what I mean? So adventure mode, this is where you kind of get to level yourself up. So you have sequential battle, if you notice there. So what sequential battle does is that you will use all of your skills. It will basically be an autoplay, but these buttons over here that appear, you will not be, your sequential battle does not actually use, or your auto combat does not actually use. So if you are looking at your screen, then you have to do those manually. Yes, Ox Slaughterer. Okay, so this guy's the Ox Slaughterer. Why couldn't I use the skull on him? Flip. So I guess for the bosses you cannot really use those turquoise skulls and the ember skulls, but then the red skulls you can use on the bosses to finish them off. That's one thing I noted. Yes. So I haven't unlocked the big skill also right on top there. I wonder what that does. That must be like his ultimate. Okay, so he killed the boss before he could use the red skull, guys. The red skulls are finishers. They are always amazing. They are always awesome. So yeah, that's it. That is Darkness Rises. So I just want to log off this one. I think at level 6 are we done? Oh man, it will keep taking me through the tutorials until I'm done. I'm not sure. So I just actually wanted to log out and log back in. So if I'm not able to do that with this post, it's fine. I will catch you guys up on the next post. So I think he unlocked another skill. So these were the skills that I was talking about. So you see right at the bottom there, you have 1, 2, and 3. So there are 5 skills. You can actually scroll up. So there are the first 3 and then there are the second 3. You will unlock the link on the combo on the skills on the right that all have locks. Those are combos. They are not yet active, but then as you keep playing the game, you will start unlocking the combos as well. So yeah, that's his equip. And that's how, there's the section where you get to swap around those. So what I did was that I immediately started leveling up these 2 skills. I would advise every one of you guys, if you do not intend on keeping these skills, then do not waste your skill points on them, because you do not get those skill points back. But then for the purposes of this post, and this is a guest account anyway, I'm not going to use it again. So hey, let us go crazy. So yeah, man, that is it. Is the tutorial still on? No, the tutorial is not on. So what you can also do with these characters, yes, you can create a character if you want to. So that's the assassin. There was one thing that I was actually looking at where you can actually control the stances of the characters. So for me, that was funny. So kind of like you help them pose, or you oh man, wow, what? That's how the ads come in this game. What? Okay, so where was I? So I just want to check out how you can wardrobe. Okay, that's where you show the stats, obviously, costume, and yes, you can change obviously the appearance of your characters. But then there was another intuitive stance where you could actually, okay, so yes, obviously controlling the graphics, that's where you can control them. So I think mine are on highest everything. Yes, they are. So that's why it's on custom, because I changed them around. So yes, it will be on custom. So basically, this is the game, guys. this is the game. Everything is in English. Amazing graphics, amazing combat system, amazing combos as well. So yeah, man, I'm enthralled. I am enthralled, honestly, guys, to just be completely honest with you. So for me, it is obviously it is like Hit, but it is like Hit, and it is like Blade 2, and they are merged into one, and you get this immersive experience where you just get to hack and slash in its true form, where you just get to hack and slash. So since the tutorial is not on, I just want to take you guys back to my account, and this will be it for the video, guys. So this was just the intro. I just wanted to jam pack everything into into the game right now. So link account, no, how about I sign out? Okay, so I can't sign out over there. Okay, so this will not work, because if I'm afraid that if I do link account now, then man, like I will lose my info from my other account that I'm logged in with. So I basically used my Google account to log in. So I'm scared that if I do not log out, because my Google option has the chance for me to log out. So if I do this, your account will be linked to ensure that your data gameplay remains safe. Once the link is complete, we will give you 300 gems as a special bonus. No, 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 no. Do not link my account. But then in this account, I'm only using him. So no, I'm not going to take that risk, guys. But then yes, look out for it. It is NEODREAD on my real account. This one was just for the post, but then I will do that a bit later on. I will log in a bit later on, rather. So that's what I will try and do. Let's see. I thought you could log out. I'm just going to test it one more time, guys. Okay, so that's where you create the character. So you can't log out. So I would have to go out of the game, probably clear the data, clear the cache, and then I can log back in with my Google account. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm a bit taken aback that they are giving you 300 crystals just for linking your account. Did I get those 300? I'm not sure on the previous account. But guys, for the video, for the post, that was it. It is called Darkness Rises, and I am thoroughly enjoying the game. Until next time.